Hi everyone. I wanted to go through the assignment for our online course in case anybody was unsure of what to do or how to proceed. So here is the assignment. I did post this a while back and did discuss it briefly in class, but just in case you forget, it is posted under assignments, assignment 2. There's 2 parts. So week 7, the first part is due, 5%, and then week 11, the second part. So what this is, why this is in 2 parts, is so that you can see if you're doing it right and do a few of the topics with lower stakes marks, and that way for week 11 when you print it and everything is handed in, you're aware of from week 7 where you went wrong. So ideally you will get feedback and then apply that feedback to the rest of your binder. This is going to be fact sheets or an infographic on the topics that are listed below. You will be working in partners or you can work alone, and you will divide the work evenly. You will need to indicate who did what topics specifically. You will use a regular binder, and each page will be inside of plastic sleeves for ease of disinfection. You can be colorful, but it needs to be simple. And if you have 2 or 3 pictures per page, each picture can have no more than 7 to 9 words. So very descriptive. You're not writing a novel. It's more about the client would see that picture and be able to understand what it's trying to show. On the back of that page, you will have your own notes regarding that topic. So the client doesn't need to see all of those notes. It will be on the other side that your notes will be, and they'll be looking at the front of that page, which will show them toothbrushing or whitening or sealants or whatever the topic is. So that back page can be point form. It needs to be visible to you and able to read. So don't just copy and paste from the textbook. It needs to be very easy for you to read. You will need to have it divided into age groups. So you should have a section for kids and teens and then adults and seniors. You could have 4 sections. You could have 2 sections with subsections. You need to use tabs and dividers for ease of finding it, and you should use a table of contents. So for instance, for toothbrushing, you would need to have a couple of different pages appropriate for the age category. You'll find when you're doing the children's, you'll use fun pictures, less words, fun things that they can look at. Whereas for an adult, you don't need to use those fun pretend teeth and little wee bubbles above stuff. You can actually use more graphic photos that show a tooth with caries or gingivitis, for example. You must use APA, and every picture you get must have an APA reference underneath it. So you can make that print small so it's not taking away from the look of your pictures. For the first section, you'll be doing what's in yellow here, and then when you complete it, you'll be doing all of them. So plaque and calculus, dental caries process, fluorides, gingivitis, periodontal disease, toothbrushing methods, mouth rinses, and all sorts of interdental aids. Again, these are not 1 page each. Some of these will be multi-page. Some of these will be multi-page because they're need to be appropriate for the right age group. So these are the topics, but you're going to do several pages for your topics. Denture care is the other one. Organize it the best way you would use it. So if you were in clinic, how you would use it. You can use pamphlets and cutouts and scanning images and images from Google, but make sure they're all referenced. You're going to hand in your binder to me in week 11. So keep in mind this needs to be printed ahead of time. It should be in color so it looks good. It is going to cost you, so be sure to keep that budget in mind. Make sure that you both attend to hand in the binder, because each of you needs to show me that you both have a binder. If you don't both have a binder, I cannot mark, and you will not get a mark until both binders are visible to me. Printing is costly, keep that in mind. The page protectors need to be there as well so that you can use it in clinic. As you're getting your assignment done, keep track of your helpful sites and maybe use a Word document to keep track so that you know you can go back and get those references quickly. Week 7 is just handed in through Blackboard. Week 11 is when you will do the printing. So that way you're not printing twice. So I will look at your stuff week 7, mark it, and give you feedback so you can apply that to your good copy for when you print. The rubric is here for week 7 out of 24. And then the rubric is here for week 11, which includes all topics. And keep in mind that there is a little bit of marks for how you guys work together, and that you put that you were responsible for which topics, and the rubric was included. 2 marks for that. Otherwise, you're basically going to be getting the same mark as your partner, so choose wisely. In Blackboard, under the Assignments tab, I did include an example for you. So if you click into here, example for fact sheet, it's going to bring up a PowerPoint presentation. Many people did their slides in PowerPoint so that they could print them that way. And so this here, plaque, for example, would be the page the clients would see, and this would be the side you would see. Now, this one here doesn't have a lot of words. It just says calculus, it just says plaque. You might want to put a few more words there to describe it. But again, you're not writing everything like you would here. That's for your notes, and you get marked on those. And then this is the client side. This is just one example that I had on hand. But again, you can make this however you want to make it, as long as you follow the guidelines. Okay? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask or email.